Stay informed with global news. Subscribe now and never miss important updates. Extreme winter events like this California snowstorm are raising broader questions about changing climate patterns around the world. Scientists say warming oceans can increase atmospheric moisture, sometimes leading to heavier snowfall in certain regions. While investigations into the specific storm continue, experts agree that extreme weather events are becoming more unpredictable. As communities recover and rescue teams continue their mission, this event serves as a powerful reminder of nature's force and humanity's resilience in the face of disaster. The victim, identified as a Palestinian-American citizen, had traveled to the West Bank to visit relatives and reconnect with his roots. Family members describe him as peaceful, hardworking, and deeply connected to both American and Palestinian communities. Friends say he was proud of his dual identity and often spoke about building bridges between cultures. His sudden death shocked relatives both in the United States and overseas, turning personal grief into an international issue that now demands answers from authorities. According to witnesses, the incident occurred during heightened tensions between Israeli forces and local residents. Reports suggest that a confrontation escalated quickly, leading to the fatal shooting. Conflicting accounts have emerged, with some officials claiming security concerns, while witnesses insist the victim was unarmed. The lack of clear information has fueled controversy, prompting calls for transparency and an impartial investigation into exactly what happened that day. The victim's family is now demanding accountability, urging both U.S. and Israeli authorities to conduct a full and transparent investigation. In public statements, relatives said they want justice, not revenge. They emphasized that no family should experience such loss without answers. Legal representatives have begun preparing formal requests for an independent inquiry, arguing that international law requires protection of civilians regardless of nationality. Officials in Washington have acknowledged the incident and stated that they are seeking more information from Israeli authorities. The U.S. State Department expressed condolences while emphasizing the importance of protecting American citizens abroad. Lawmakers from both political parties have called for clarity, stressing that accountability and transparency remain essential to maintaining international trust. Israeli officials have confirmed that a review of the incident is underway. Military representatives stated that forces were responding to a security situation, but pledged cooperation with investigative procedures. However, critics argue that previous investigations have rarely resulted in consequences, increasing pressure on authorities to demonstrate fairness and transparency in this case. Human rights organizations have expressed concern over civilian safety in the West Bank. Advocacy groups argue that the incident highlights broader issues surrounding the use of force and protection of noncombatants. International observers stress that accountability mechanisms are critical in conflict zones to prevent future tragedies and maintain respect for human rights standards. Communities both in the United States and the Middle East have reacted strongly. Vigils were held honoring the victim's life, while social media campaigns demanded justice. Supporters emphasize peaceful advocacy, calling for dialogue rather than escalation. The emotional response demonstrates how individual tragedies can resonate far beyond borders. Analysts say the case could influence diplomatic discussions between the United States and Israel. Incidents involving dual citizens often become sensitive political matters, requiring careful handling. Experts warn that unresolved cases risk deepening mistrust, while transparent investigations could help reduce tensions and restore confidence. Beyond politics, the story reflects the human cost of ongoing conflict. Families caught between national identities often bear the emotional burden of violence. Experts say civilian protection must remain a priority as tensions continue. The tragedy serves as a reminder that behind every headline lies a personal story of loss. Legal experts and advocacy groups are increasingly calling for an independent international investigation. They argue that credibility depends on transparency and unbiased review. Such investigations, supporters say, can help establish facts, assign responsibility, and prevent similar incidents in the future. As investigations continue, The victim's family says their goal remains simple: truth and accountability. The outcome of this case may shape future diplomatic responses and influence discussions about civilian safety in conflict zones worldwide. For now, grieving family waits for answers, hoping that justice will follow tragedy. If you support truthful journalism, like this video and share your voice.